This is a short video to describe the Medicine and Human Experience curriculum, a longitudinal curriculum within VISTA. The Medicine and Human Experience curriculum is made up of 15 domains that cover critical topics and factors that affect a person's experience of health and the healthcare system generally. Each of the 15 domains includes subdomains and learning objectives that can be found in a document located on this website. So what exactly is the Medicine and Human Experience curriculum? This curriculum centers on the idea that the individual interacting with a physician or other healthcare clinician or team carries a multitude of experiences, identities, and contexts that directly affect their health, their well-being, and their interaction with the healthcare system generally. This curriculum is meant to develop a comprehensive awareness and knowledge of the layered contexts and systems that influence how patients and communities experience health and healthcare. Another key feature of this curriculum is that it pays close attention to historically underrepresented but really critical topics within medical education. The medicine and human experience domains cover a broad array of factors. It is by no means entirely inclusive or comprehensive, but really touches on the key features that we oftentimes see in healthcare. A helpful way to conceptualize the MHE domains is actually to consider Bronfenbrenner's ecological systems theory. That same philosophy of the fact that interacting systems affect a person's development can really make a lot of sense when we apply it to all of the systems that affect a person's experience of health, their experience of healthcare conditions, and the broader experiences that people have throughout their lifespan within the healthcare system. So we want to anchor this all within medical ethics because that's really a cross-cutting feature that is applied broadly. But we have the individual, and the individual resides within their immediate social context. And that immediate social context resides within a particular community context, which resides in an environment. People live in particular environments or spend their time in certain environments like school or work, but then environments also captures the environment itself and climate change and how that impacts individuals. Next, we have healthcare systems, and this really touches on system-level aspects of access to care. What's the environment like when you're in care? What are the policies that affect how a healthcare system is constructed and how it delivers care? This also includes aspects of insurance and how that dictates how healthcare systems provide care, and funding priorities within a healthcare system. Next is societal and governing structures. So this includes aspects of culture and the economic and political landscape. This also captures historical influences. And finally, we have the global health context. So let's take a brief moment and look specifically at the immediate social context. This is very much the set of factors and conditions that are most important to our patients. They connect very meaningfully to that person's experience. So what does this include? This includes things like identity, family, and culture. Does the person have access to housing and food? Do they have access to opportunities for work or education? Are they being exposed to any abuse or threats to safety? What is their current mental and physical health status? Do they have access to financial and material resources? Are they facing discrimination or exclusion? Do they have meaningful social relationships? And do they have a sense of purpose? There's a lot of MHE domains that connect seamlessly to this. So things like social drivers of health, race and ethnicity, sexuality and gender, disability, body phenotype. And when we come back to the list here, we also see social drivers of health shows up across systems. And again, many of these domains interact with different levels of systems, but this is a helpful way to just conceptualize where each of the MHE domains falls. So we also see environmental factors and climate change residing within environments and climate change. Healthcare systems includes a lot of different factors, such as cultural humility and safety, the nature of healthcare systems, structures, and processes, quality and safety, interprofessional teams, value-based care. And then we see here in societal and governing structures, this absolutely comes back to social drivers of health and also systems thinking. And finally, populations and global health. Finally, in this video, we want to give you a bird's eye view of the medicine and human experience across the VISTA phases. So MHE is the third pillar of the VISTA curriculum. It is longitudinal and it uses a spiral curriculum. So we intentionally revisit concepts with increased complexity across the 4 years of the curriculum. The curriculum is often taught with interdisciplinary faculty. We use a lot of engaged learning, so patient cases, patient panels. The curriculum itself is grounded in community collaboration and partnership. Our goal is really to prepare students to lead with empathy, insight, and social responsibility. So within the discovery phase, there are dedicated MHE sessions across the preclinical phase. MHE co-leaders meet with block leaders and really plan out the MHE sessions to align with that core block content, but also to bring in content that's critical to the core MHE domains. There's a lot of thoughtfulness about what concepts are being introduced, and we really want to ensure that there's alignment within the block. Block leaders are closely involved in the development and delivery of the MHE sessions. MHE co-leaders oftentimes meet with block leaders to look at where MHE is occurring and serve as thought partners in problem solving or innovating different ideas to enhance the curriculum. We also work to recruit faculty members across our UMass Chan and UMass Memorial community. Next is the explorations phase. So one of the core features of the MHE curriculum is the population and community health clerkship, which occurs during the explorations phase. But MHE content is integrated seamlessly throughout all of the clerkship experiences. And finally, the core curriculum in the Horizons phase consists of intersessions. So we have intersession A on societal forces of health and disease, intersession B on health system science, and intersession C on health equity, diversity, and inclusion. These sessions take place in the fourth year and are really meant to consolidate everything that was learned in the preclinical curriculum and then what students were exposed to when they were on clerkship and in real-world clinical settings. The goal of the intersessions is to focus on skill acquisition and competency assessment and to really prepare our learners for residency.